Do you guys want a simple and easy to build Iron Golem farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition? One that simplifies the center of the village and point of interest blocks? Well, look no further, because this passive iron farm is for you. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a passive Iron Golem farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This is going to be a simplified version. It is not the most efficient, it is not the most effective, but if you're not very good with spawning mechanics, this is actually very, very simple. So there's actually only a couple of requirements to go ahead and spawn an Iron Golem. You need 21 beds total in a village, but 10 of those need to be claimed. The cat spawning cap cannot be reached, which I believe is 10. And there must be a spawning area, I believe 8 blocks in either direction on the horizontal from the point of interest block, and a open space 2 blocks above or 3 blocks below the interest block. So this farm doesn't utilize every available spawning location. However, it does go ahead and simplify where the point of interest block is by clustering it around a central point, meaning that if you suck at spawning mechanics, this makes it pretty simple for you. And it'll still go ahead and passively collect iron as well as string and poppies for you. This has been running for something like maybe 35-40 minutes, and it's already collected about 41 iron, so it's pretty good. Look at that, we actually just got another Iron Golem spawning right now. Now this does automatically kill some cats. You actually need to go ahead and keep the cat cap down. However, some will spawn on these beds, and I'll show you in a little bit how I go ahead and I try to mediate that. As far as materials, you will need 10 villagers, 21 beds, some signs, some lava, some water. You'll need some solid blocks. You actually definitely need some walls or fences. This prevents cats from spawning up here on the edge. I did slabs at one point, and they did spawn on the half slabs. And I also recommend some magma blocks, and I'll show you why in a little bit. Goodbye, kitty. Alright, first things first, get away from any villages nearby. As you can tell, I've been working on this for a little bit, so these are all different iterations of this farm. This is the final version. Go ahead and pillar up. I recommend using scaffolding if you have it, but if not, just any way you can pillar up. Go ahead and get your magma blocks, and what you actually want to do is go ahead and build a 7x6 rectangle. Go ahead and place the first 10 beds. I went ahead and I placed these blocks here just so that the villagers, when I'm placing them, will not injure themselves in the magma block. So then for this next part, you'll have to bring up the 10 villagers you have to claim these 10 beds. It's helpful if you do this at night so they'll automatically lay down. But go ahead and get the villagers up here any way you can. Obviously, I'll be spawning mine in a survival world. You just have to use a minecart or something like that. Alright, once you go ahead and you have them all claiming the beds and sleeping, you can actually go ahead and place some glass blocks directly above them. Now, since it is a transparent block, they will be able to stand through it and they will not get injured. And essentially just want to cover the 2 blocks covering their bed. So over here, I'm actually going to go ahead and break these because I don't need these anymore. That was just to go ahead and prevent them from standing on the magma blocks. And as you can see, we have cats spawning already, which is a good sign. And cats obviously do go ahead and take damage on a magma block, which is good. We want that. We'll have to go and place the remaining beds. So we have 10 now. We need 11 more to make a total of 21 to meet the spawning requirements. Now, occasionally cats do go ahead and cats actually spawn underneath the beds. So that's why I'm placing them on the magma blocks. Because if you go ahead and you place the magma blocks below, they'll spawn, they'll take damage, they'll die, and it'll go ahead and it'll keep the cat spawn cap in check. See, that's what I'm doing right now. Now, just get any kind of solid blocks at all, does not matter. Go ahead and place them down to go ahead and complete this rectangle. And at this time, we will actually also need a bell. I placed my bell right there, but it doesn't matter as long as it's going to be at the floor level. And then go ahead and get some signs and place the signs directly above the glass blocks. Now that we have the signs placed, go ahead and place 2 blocks back this way, and go ahead and make a lip. Now this goes ahead and actually goes out this way 8 blocks. So what we will actually go ahead and do is place water up here at this top level. It'll go ahead and run across the signs, get to here, and then it's actually going to go ahead and drop down another level, so that the final spawning platform will look something like this. However, now we can go ahead and we can actually decide on a width. Now for the spawning requirements, I believe it extends in 8 blocks in either horizontal direction from the point of interest block. So if you really want it to be as efficient as possible and have as many open spawning blocks as you can, you could go ahead and you could say that the furthest most beds could be a point of interest block, meaning you'd have to go 8 blocks out from there. So you really have to decide what kind of a footprint you want your farm to have. Now this is a little big for me, so I'm actually going to shrink it down a little bit. And since of course this is going ahead and actually being suspended in the air, we don't have to worry about other spawning locations being utilized outside of our farm. Alright, so I went ahead and actually built out the platform. I went ahead and put up some borders on it, and now we're actually going to have to build the walls. This is just to go to make sure that there is no spawning. It's high enough that it should be outside the spawning area anyway, but just go ahead and do it just to be sure. It also ensures that no other mobs, if it is dark up here, will spawn either. Alright, now we're actually going to go ahead and start on the killing mechanism. So the first thing we want to do is we need to build a 2-block wide trench all the way across. And then I like to, just for aesthetics, go ahead and actually connect it to this framework. You don't need to, but I think it looks good. Alright, then go ahead and drop down this trench a couple blocks. I'm going to go and drop mine down to here, I believe. So this right here, this will be the floor. Alright, now I have a 3-block deep trench that is 2 wide. Now we just have to go and identify the center, which is right here. So these blocks are here. I'm actually going to go and break, and I'm going to place 4 signs. And this is just going to go and keep the water out of our lava. I'm going to bring this down again. Go ahead and place some more signs here to go and suspend the lava above the air. And as always, signs do not burn, so you're safe to go ahead and do this. Get your lava and go ahead and place it. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and place the hoppers directly below this block, just because it gives me more visual on what is going on. I can watch the cats burning, I can watch the Iron Golem burning. I think it just looks prettier. Go ahead and route your hoppers into a chest. Oh, look at that, we have another Iron Golem ready. Alright, and technically this is done. All we need to now is just add the water. So go ahead and add some water on that side. So now anything that goes in drops down here will automatically fall into the lava. You can also go ahead and you can place your water here. Huh. I did not count that right. Hold on one sec. Yeah, so apparently I counted 6 and not 8. So anyway, since I'm lazy, I'm actually just going to do a little easy fix. If you really care about the aesthetics, you would go ahead and you'd break this down and extend it out. But I don't really care. So the easy solution is just to place some signs, stop the water from flowing this direction, and honestly that's good enough for me. Okay, so we got that part working. As you can tell, anything that falls down here is good. And then now that we have these signs here, and actually these signs serve a very good purpose. If we were to run water directly above the heads of them, if they stayed in place they would drown, but they actually are able to swim out of these glass blocks. So we have to go and stop the water from running into them. So that does of course mean that if the Iron Golem gets stuck in this little spot right here, he'll have to go and wait till he walks to an edge and touches the water, which honestly doesn't take very long. I have seen him go ahead and get stuck briefly, but he always seems to unstick himself. And we are, of course, going ahead and placing these blocks down here as temporary blocks because we do want the water 1 block above the floor so that it is actually flush with these signs. And I will actually go ahead and have to push our wonderful Iron Golem friend out of here. Set him through our farm. And now we can go and place some more water. Then all you need to do now is just go ahead and break any temporary blocks you have placed. Which is a little bit annoying, but it's all for a good reason. Alright guys, well that's it. The farm is done. It's fully operational. Any cats that go ahead and spawn below the water will either swim up and die, or they'll go ahead and they'll stay down there and drown and die, so we're fine there. Any cats that go ahead and spawn on the beds where the villagers are will automatically die because of the magma blocks. The Iron Golems will go ahead and go down just the same way, and we'll collect their iron down in the chest, as well as some string and poppies. And although this isn't the most efficient method or most effective method, this is actually based around 1 village. You can go ahead and you can do some village cramming as well if you wanted a more effective iron farm. I think this is pretty simple. If you're just starting out, all you need is, a little bit of village breeder, or somehow you find 10 villagers in your world, get some beds, and you're really good to go. So if you guys like this video and you plan on building it in your own world, just go ahead and give it a like. If you guys want to see more things like this for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, please subscribe and let me know what you want to see. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.